Hello everyone, my name is Infinity and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course the law of attraction. Today we're going to be discussing how to change your appearance with the law of attraction. The first thing we need to establish on this subject is that it's entirely possible to change absolutely anything about your appearance. Our appearance is truly nothing more than our own vision of ourselves projected outward to others. What we think of ourselves, what we say about ourselves, what we believe about ourselves. All of these things are projected out into the universe. If there's something about yourself that you want to change, the first thing you need to know is that it's completely possible to change that thing. But something else that I want to say first is the starting point for effectively using the law of attraction to change anything in your life is self-love. So, of course, I always encourage you to take steps to use the law of attraction to make changes about yourself that you want to make, because I believe we each are born creators and it's natural to want to create ourselves the way we want to be seen, the way we want to be presented in the world. But at the same time, I want you to realize the God force or goddess energy that courses through your veins, how powerful, incredible, amazing, and absolutely worthy you are. That's just something that I felt was important to establish. You are absolutely worthy. No matter where you are right now, you are worthy of everything that you desire in life. There are several ways to use the law of attraction to go about changing your appearance. But any method that we discuss on this subject only works because it's all working on the same thing. All of these methods have one goal in mind, and that is to completely convince you that this change in your appearance is not only possible, but that it's happening or has already happened. That faith is what always bridges the gap from where you are to where you want to be, on any subject, appearance included. Some of you may find that some of these methods work better than others because we're each at different points in our faith on different subjects. So you may find that one method works better for helping to bridge that particular gap in your own faith that you have about this particular thing about your appearance. So first of all, I would say no matter what method you're going to be using, and we'll get into those in a little bit, but first of all, step one, like with anything we're trying to manifest with the law of attraction, the first step is to clearly define what it is that you desire. When it comes to your appearance, take the time to truly get a clear image of what it is you're trying to create, what it is you're trying to manifest in your body, in the way you present yourself to others. When you go about this clarifying process, I encourage you to remove absolutely all limitations and lack mentality from your mind. And what I mean by that is, think to yourself, if I could look absolutely any way that I desire to look, what would that be like? So if it's health and fitness related, I don't want you to limit yourself by your own perception of what is possible, because hopefully by the end of this video, I'll convince you that anything is possible for you and help you see ways to believe in what you may see now as impossible. So, for example, like I said, with health and fitness, if your goal is to lose weight and build muscle per se, try to remove all limitations that you've set for yourself and your body in the past. So maybe in the past you've said that you have trouble building muscle in certain areas. You've said maybe that it's not possible for you to have abs, that genetically it's not possible for you to lose weight. Whatever it may be, allow yourself to see beyond those thoughts of limitation. So many of us in life simply refuse to give ourselves the permission to dream big, to truly want what we want deep down. It's like we're afraid that if we express that we want something that's beyond our ability to see how it's going to happen right now, if we want that thing that seems impossible or improbable, that just by wanting it, we're embarrassing ourselves or we're going to disappoint ourselves. More often than we realize, in this very first step, we actually never even allow ourselves to desire what we truly desire for ourselves because we're afraid we won't get it. So I encourage you to have a little faith in this step. Truly allow yourself to see your body, see your appearance the way you want it to be and not the way you think it has to be or the way you think you can make it become. Just allow yourself to believe a little bit here in miracles and the possibility that if you have faith, that if you put something out into the universe, it can come back to you. In this step, I always encourage my clients to write down what they want. Write a vision of yourself exactly as you want to appear, whether it's weight related to your facial structure, related to your body composition, your muscle tone, whatever it is. And as you write, try to be as emotionally involved as possible. Emotion is the fuel of manifestation. When you're able to infuse your vision with deep, powerful, moving emotions, that really gets the energy flowing in the direction of your desires. So, once you've written this very emotion-filled, clear, descriptive vision of your new appearance you'd like to manifest, step 2 is to use one of many methods that you can use to manifest this new appearance. The thing I want to say about these methods is, as Abraham Hicks says, when you ask, it is given. So your job is to be clear about what you want and then to let go and allow the universe to deliver it. So in actuality, just by writing your vision of yourself, you could potentially manifest that change in your appearance. In fact, I've heard incredible stories of people who created vision boards of their life one day, put them in a closet, completely forgot about them, and then 10 years later, going through their closet, found this vision board and found that exact things from this vision board and everything on it had manifested. You really only need to impress your vision to the universe once. So this second step isn't about work. It's not about actually creating change. It's about convincing your mind that the change has already occurred or is happening. Because our minds are incredibly powerful, especially when it comes to our appearance. Our minds control every cell in our body, the functioning of every organ, every cell, everything in our body. And most of all, what you need to understand here is the power of the subconscious mind. There's a really amazing book. I think it's just called The Power of the Subconscious Mind or something along those lines. I'll actually put the title in the description because it's an amazing read. I highly recommend it. In this book, it describes accounts of how when people would impress a certain thing upon their subconscious mind, it would manifest in their bodies. Like, for example, people would be put into a hypnotic state and they would be told by the hypnotist that at a certain time the next day, a certain pattern would appear on their arm. And the next day, a pattern of, red lines, like when you kind of scratch yourself or something on your arm and it raises a little bit and turns red, that appeared in that exact pattern on their arm. That is how minutely, how precisely our subconscious mind controls our body. So read that book for sure if you would like to learn more about the power of your subconscious. But anyway, researchers have said actually that our subconscious controls 99% of our actions and bodily functions, and that really our conscious mind is only in control 1% of the time. So what this tells me is when it comes to manifestation, where you'll find your power is truly in your subconscious. The problem is a lot of times, especially when it comes to appearance, many of us hold beliefs and thoughts deeply within our subconscious minds that prevent us from manifesting the changes we desire. Maybe, for example, when you were very young, you had your parents or adult figures or other kids tell you that you were ugly or you were fat or say negative things about your appearance. These words were absorbed into your subconscious mind and essentially became part of you. And if you haven't yet let those things go and released that negativity and replaced it with a new positive thought, then these negative thought loops could be manifesting things about your appearance that you don't like. And then you see those manifestations consciously and you accept them as true and concrete, when truly they are just as easy to change as they were to set in motion in the first place all those years ago. When we find a way to alter what's in our subconscious, our external reality quickly changes. So these methods are all going to be centered around giving new messages to your subconscious mind that will then clear out those negative messages and thoughts that you've been keeping in your subconscious and replace them with positive thoughts about your appearance or the thing that you'd like to change. My favorite technique, and what I've found for myself to be the most powerful method in changing something about my appearance using the law of attraction, is subliminal affirmation tracks. Many of you have probably heard of affirmations. When you think of affirmations, you think of making a list of 10 positive I am statements and reading them in the mirror. And many of us who are students of the law of attraction use these in our daily practice. I definitely have, ever since I've learned about the law of attraction 4 or 5 years ago. But truthfully, the results I found in consciously repeating these affirmations in the mirror were nothing. They were minuscule compared to the very fast changes I experienced with subliminal affirmations. Now, what's the difference? Subliminal, in this case, means below the conscious mind, below your conscious thought. So, subliminal affirmations are softly spoken, so that normally when you're listening to these tracks, you are conscious that there are words being spoken, but you can't make out the exact words. The idea behind this is that the messages will sync, or I should say maybe bypass your conscious mind, the filters of your conscious mind, and they will only be heard by the subconscious, because as we know through research, your mind hears everything, even things that you don't consciously remember. It hears and stores everything. Everything you've ever seen, everything you've ever heard, even if your conscious mind didn't hear it and store it, your subconscious mind will. And so the idea with these subliminal affirmations tracks is to play the affirmations at such a low volume, and usually with some kind of a soothing meditative background track like nature sounds or rain or ocean waves or peaceful music. And the idea is that these messages will then quickly sync to your subconscious, which again controls 99% of your actions and bodily functions. And after listening periodically, often while you sleep, these messages will dominate your subconscious mind and will naturally play out in changes in your appearance and your reality. If subliminal affirmations tracks are something that interests you, I have recently created an entire library of powerful subliminal tracks. This website is called 𝓼𝓾𝓫𝓵𝓲𝓾𝓫, and if you follow the link in the description, you can actually get a 7-day free trial, completely free access to more than 50 of these tracks that I and my team have created. And actually, several of these tracks are centered around changing specific things about your appearance, including making your hair grow faster, clearing your skin, building muscle tone, weight loss, and I believe we have really 10 to 20 appearance-based affirmations tracks for you to check out. So that will be in the description box. But like I said, this is my favorite method, not only because I found it to be the most effective for myself, but also because it's incredibly easy. I like to listen to subliminal affirmations tracks, especially while I sleep. I'll set it on a loop, and I find that they're very powerful if I listen to them while I'm sleeping, and also while I'm doing mundane tasks like cleaning or getting ready in the morning or whatever it is. So that would be my first and foremost method on how to change your appearance with the law of attraction. My second method would be to use verbal conscious affirmations. So I actually like to use these in conjunction with the first method. I use these together. So I'll use subliminal affirmations and some conscious affirmations. Normally I will have 10 of these, and I like to call this the 10 by 10 method because I like to read 10 I am powerful affirmations 10 times through, and then not 10 times a day, that'd be a lot, but normally like 2 to 3 times a day. So when I wake up in the morning, before I go to sleep at night, and then normally at some point in the mid-afternoon. So that's another way that you could go about convincing your mind of these changes and therefore manifesting them faster in your body. The third way that I would recommend manifesting a change in your appearance is through scripting. Now, the thing about scripting is it can either be very ineffective if you don't do it correctly, or it can be extremely effective. And believe me, I have done it both ways. I have scripted before and found absolutely no results because I wasn't doing it right. And I have also had extremely, extremely fast and amazing results from scripting. As many of you know, scripting is basically writing yourself into your manifestation. So get out a piece of paper and you write as if you've already received that manifestation or that change in your appearance. So I found that scripting for me is completely ineffective if it becomes a chore. So if I'm not emotionally engaged with the exercise and I'm kind of just writing to get it done or to check it off, it doesn't work. If I'm writing and I feel enthralled in my writing, if I'm putting a lot of emotion into it, if I'm really describing these changes with as much emotion and description as possible, then I find that it's incredibly effective. So hopefully that kind of helps guide you into a more powerful kind of scripting exercise to change your appearance. Like I said earlier, these 3 methods are all acting upon the same thing, your mind. The goal of any method when it comes to manifestation is simply to convince your mind that this change is possible, that it's happening, or that it's already occurred. This is to get the energy moving faster in the direction of your desired outcome. I will include a third step here that I feel is very important. Don't look back. This is really, really difficult when it comes to appearance because, for example, if you're trying to manifest weight loss, you may be in the habit of stepping on the scale every single day. Don't. Not while you're doing this exercise, because what happens when you're looking for results too quickly is you're slowing down the energy, because change is always in motion. Energy is always in motion. But when you're constantly looking, examining yourself for the changes before they happen, and you're not seeing them yet, you're met with disappointment. And this disappointment works opposite to your desire and sometimes can stop it from happening altogether. So do your very best to just practice deep, complete self-love. Don't listen to subliminals or say affirmations or script or whatever it is, and then immediately run to the mirror or step on the scale or examine everything about yourself and then become disappointed. Simply do whichever method you're going to do and then release it. Allow yourself to love yourself exactly how you are and let it go. Go about your day. And if you continue doing this enough times in a row, you will start to see changes. So don't go looking for changes until you just happen to notice these things changing. And then I would say, as you notice changes, celebrate these changes, even if they seem small. If you've been trying to manifest a flat toned stomach and you look in the mirror and your stomach seems just a little bit flatter, celebrate that. Get excited about it, because the more excitement you infuse into these growing, becoming manifestations, the faster they will actually happen. The more faith you'll have, and that faith is actually what speeds them up. So I hope this was helpful as you go about changing something about your appearance with the law of attraction. Like I mentioned, I would love to see you over on my membership subliminal affirmations track site, soundandsoulful.com. I'm really passionate about creating these tracks and helping you create the changes you desire in your life. So let me know if you'd like another video talking specifically about how subliminals work, or any other part of this video, Or if you would like to request specific subliminal tracks that you'd like to hear, either here on my YouTube channel or on my membership subliminal site, I'm always taking requests for subliminal tracks. I love creating them. I know a lot of you like them just like I do, just like I use them in my daily life. I know that many of you do as well. Thank you so much again for listening to this podcast and for supporting me here on this channel. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you resonate with my message and with my work here. And also feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions or requests. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you again in the next podcast.